Hello everyone and welcome back. Today we're diving into a significant controversy that's been kind of stirring up the beauty community in two different ways between Tarte Cosmetics and Basma Beauty. Now, you've probably heard about this. I didn't really speak on it. I think, where was I? I was somewhere and I wasn't able to get on it, but something else has come to my attention where I just wanted to speak a little bit more on Tarte. I know I speak about Tarte often, but they just keep getting worse and worse in my opinion. So there's a brand called Basma Beauty, which is a makeup brand basically. And they are kind of in this argument put out there that they didn't feel, great about the phrase big stick energy, okay? This situation not only highlights issues of the originality and ethics in marketing, but also it kind of tells us the importance of trademark, okay? For a lot of brands, for a lot of indie brands especially, the importance of trademark protection. I also want to touch on the tone deafness of a brand owner again and just take a look at some of the crappy collabs they've also been doing recently. If you haven't subscribed already, please do. If you love more commentary style videos like this, reactionary content, and please subscribe to my reaction channel, which is called Robert React, when we discuss things that aren't necessarily beauty related. Okay, so this big stick energy situation, okay? Basma Beauty is an indie brand founded by Basma Hamid, introduced the phrase big stick energy in their marketing for a foundation stick. This is around September 2024, so not that long ago. So the slogan, it plays on the big D energy, big dick energy, and it kind of aligns with the brand's empowering message and what the brand are and who they are and all this kind of stuff, So this phrase became a distinctive part of Basma Beauty's branding. Sorry, that was a blah, 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 blah. And it kind of gave them quite a big, I guess, identity in the beauty market, right? So Tarte also used the phrase big stick energy, I forgot already, in early 2025. They launched a campaign for their new stick concealer using that phrase. So you have a stick foundation from one brand, a stick concealer from the other brand. This move raised eyebrows, of course, especially when it came to light that Tarte had filed 3 separate trademark applications for the phrase big stick energy in January and February of 2025. So after Basma Beauty actually used that phrase within their marketing. So the copyright applications cover various product categories, including cosmetics, online retail services, and brushes for some reason. And they're currently live and pending with the USPTO, which I think is a United States something trademark office. I can't remember the whole thing. So Basma Beauty responded by expressing their frustration on social media, which you would. Imagine being a smaller brand. I don't actually think of that small. I actually think they do quite well for themselves, but being an indie brand and then, oh, I've got no lashes on. Oh my God, everyone stop.
I never thought I'd be coming on here to talk about this with you guys. Here we are, and I'm here to spill the tea. Last year, we launched the foundation stick in-store at Sephora. We wanted to come up with something super clever and cheeky for the campaign. We ended up coming up with big stick energy. This made sense for us because our foundation stick was constantly going viral. So yesterday we hopped on Instagram and we see that a massive beauty brand copied the entire concept for the launch campaign of their new product, using the tagline big stick energy. What's even crazier is that these massive beauty brands have millions of dollars in marketing budget to hire the smartest, most creative people to come up with concepts for their launch. What they did here is that they took our whole concept that we did last year. As the social media director at Basma Beauty, this is literally my job to come up with clever campaigns for new product launches. I know how much research goes into this process because you want to come up with ideas that are new, fun, fresh, and haven't been done before. Just knowing how thorough we are, I find it really hard to believe that a brand that has been in the industry for this long would have missed something like this. But we're no strangers to this game. Had another big beauty brand purchase all 42 shades of the foundation stick, ship it to their company address to copy our shade range. We've had another brand copy our blush shades. We've had another brand copy our branding onto the color of our PR box. We even had these big beauty brands pull up our socials in company meetings to see what we're up to, how we're disrupting the industry. Of course, the word gets back to us because they have some snitches on their teams. For us, we are a small, self-funded, female-founded team. We pour our heart and soul into literally every single thing we do, from concepts to content to packaging to products, giving you guys the best quality and best experience. We are so beyond grateful for the strong community that we have built that have always supported and believed in our beauty brand. You guys are literally the root of our brand. Our message here is for all the small female-founded brands to always believe in your dreams and to never be discouraged. In honor of International Women's Day, we want you guys to show love and support to your local female-founded small businesses because we know how much that would mean to them. And to the big beauty brands, it's time to do better because you're giving small stick energy.
So yes, so they were annoyed, as you would be. Imagine this big brand taking your phrasing, basically. And they were basically like, yeah, we used this prior to Tarte using this. And even spoke about the challenges they faced when larger brands take marketing elements from smaller companies without acknowledgement, you know, without giving credit, which is kind of shitty. Like, if you can't think of anything, then don't. However, I do have to say, big stick energy isn't like the most, I don't know. There were some comments of people saying like, yeah, it's not the most unique or the most, what's the word? The most, like, it's not a surprise that two people came up with it. But talking about the legal side of this anyway, while Basma Beauty has been using big stick energy since 2024, they did not register it as a trademark in the US. So unregistered trademarks, known as common law trademarks, can offer some protection. However, enforcing these laws is often like really challenging, and it requires substantial evidence of prior use and public association with the brand, which you can kind of like show off as Basma, like this is before we did it, this is us doing it before then. It's just common courtesy just doesn't stand in law. Moreover, common law trademarks are limited geographically. So this whole situation shows the difficulty smaller brands face when their unregistered branding elements are adopted by larger companies, as we said earlier. And this has happened a few times. We have seen like smaller indie brands. I mean, you can check out my Charlotte Tilbury video, the recent one. Smaller brands being taken kind of advantage of by bigger brands just because they know they don't have that protection or the money behind them to protect them. Yeah, which is a really shitty thing to do. It just puts a bad taste in my mouth for Tarte. Sorry, I'm looking for my eyeliner at the same time while I'm talking. I shouldn't do that. So in general, the beauty community's response has some mixed reactions. Some criticized Tarte for allegedly appropriating a smaller brand's marketing concept, while others argue that the phrase big stick energy is too generic to be owned exclusively to one brand, which I do have to agree with. But I feel like if I was, you know, looking up a brand, like, listen, if I Google now big stick energy. Oh, it's copyrighted in the UK. Don't try it over here, Tarte. You have Rinna Beauty, which has Big Stick Energy Lip Enhancer. Big Stick Energy Podcast. There's a lot of Big Stick Energy something when you Google that phrase. So no, it's not necessarily unique or like it's not a clever concept, but it's not necessarily like, oh, why has no one thought of it? But again, it just goes to show, if you are a smaller brand and you come up with something, Big Stick Energy, copyright that stuff. Copyright it, because bigger brands are gonna come for you. Annoyingly, very annoyingly. But let this be like a cautionary tale for emerging brands. Protecting your branding early on. If it's worth promoting, it's worth protecting. That's a good phrase. And ensuring legal protection for your brand in general not only safeguards your identity, but also strengthens your position when it comes to legal things like this. They might have had something a little bit more to go up against Tarte with when it came to this, instead of like word of mouth or yeah, we used it before. But listen, let's move on to this, right? Tarte's owner annoys me in general because she seems so incredibly tone deaf and out of touch from all their brand trips and the people invited on those trips. You know, they weren't the best people in terms of like social media standing. They don't have the best reputations. It's almost like they didn't just give them a little Google. And then this was sent to me. Okay, so if you don't know, I have a reaction channel. And on that channel, I have someone help me with all the content. So when I'm watching and like finding the story, so when I'm watching this content, it's a genuine first impression, me watching it back. So the person that helps me with these videos sent me this and was like, watch this, because she knew it would annoy me, okay? And basically, here, let me show you. It says, when people say, who even buys Tarte anymore when we're $1 billion brand? And she's sitting outside pretending to cry and laughing. She then has a bottle of champagne next to her and is holding a martini glass. Let's just peek that, because that's crazy. Listen, is this kind of like, oh, go you, so powerful? You know what is a bad move though, right? Is when you're a millionaire or a billionaire, whatever, in general, and being like, oh, people are so nasty to me, but I don't care because I'm a millionaire. It's even worse when you're a brand owner. You know, if you don't care, then why does this video exist? Listen, Maureen, her name's Maureen. Boasting about money, especially in the country you live in right now, she lives in Florida, isn't it? It's annoyingly tone deaf. Again, it's incredibly tone deaf, to a point where I'm like, how can you be a brand owner that does advertising and think that this is like, wouldn't offend people or annoy people? Bragging about being a millionaire or billionaire just isn't great. She's always doing something that annoys people though. But for some reason, she boasts about money. It's so tacky. I don't care if you're boasting about $1,000 or $100,000. It's tacky, and it makes you look tacky, like the martini glass and the champagne bottle. But whatever, that's whatever. Also, Maureen just displays like annoying behavior in general. She's one of these like people that's like, I'm so crazy, my friends all call me crazy, but they have crazy and annoying mixed up. You know what I mean? Tarte is one of those brands where they seem to rely on people talking about them in a negative way for advertising. Although not all press is good press, that's not a thing anymore because people can actually do their own research and look into things. But the thing is, their products aren't exciting enough to back that kind of like marketing up. They are boring as shit. They are so fucking bland and beige. And also their collaborations do seem a little bit desperate recently. Like, don't get me wrong, I love that frozen fruit stuff, although you can definitely just freeze your own fruit and put chocolate on it. But it's a bit of a strange collaboration to have. They did this, what's it called? Through something. I'll put a thing here. They did a collaboration with them. I'm not sure if you got like the product in the frozen fruit. I have no idea.
No, it does exist. It's not fake, Jack. Wait, so you've gone to 4 Targets already?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, it's sold out. That's where it should be.
A lot of tartlets, a lot of soda.
Tartlets, Jack.
And I can't find it.
Okay, it's gotta be. Oh no! Oh my gosh, I know it's a good problem to have, but it's sold out everywhere.
They're not here. This is the second Target I've been to. I'm so sad.
Dang it! That's exciting and frustrating. I had one last bag in the fridge, so. Yeah, and it is awesome. I mean, really sheer, cherry scented, and looks great on everybody. It's 4 different lips that you can choose from. If you find one in your local store, please tag me in your photo, in your videos. Finn's gonna go look for me because it's not in any of the ones near me. They're all sold out. Okay, let's try it again together.
You did not just get this.
Oh, freaking good. Oh my gosh.
They also did a collaboration with Mormon Wives.
Oh, look what is here. You guys can already tell what it is from the outside, but let us see what is in here.
I am so excited to be partnering with Hulu and The Secret Lives of Mormon Wives. It premieres today, season 2. Oh my gosh, you guys. I sadly missed the red carpet last week. It's just surreal. Love this show, love the girls, love Hulu. We did 2 different sets, Saint or Sinner. Super cute, and the cutest sweatshirt. Let's put her on. What do you think is gonna happen this season? Taylor Frankie is not pregnant, so I feel like she's gonna freaking let it rip. Who is your favorite mom talk? Bill, I wanna know all of the details. Okay, this is so cute. I feel like I need to like flatter on the tips of my hair. I should have black leggings on. Are you watching? Let me know.
What, Tarte, what the fuck are you doing? What, your collection, your products aren't even as exciting as Mormon Wives, and I don't even find it that exciting. It's not even as exciting as frozen fruit. You know what I mean? Come on. Sort yourself out. There's just some brand owners that need to stay off social media. Maureen, Hank from Hank and Henry, the makeup revolution guy, the guy who owned, I always get Tarte and Too Faced mixed up, Too Faced, and Polite Society. Like, just stay off social media. But anyway, that's that. Let me know your opinions down below. I just hate brands like this. It's like, can you just get a grip? Can you just get a grip? Please just get a grip and release something exciting. Hell will freeze over the day they release something that's exciting. All right. Thank you so much for joining me. Please subscribe if you haven't already. Give this video a thumbs up and I will see you very, very soon. Bye.